So to answer your question, instead of touching my phone, what I'll do is I'll do this thought experiment while I'll stay in bed, and I'll just for 2 minutes imagine I'm coming back to bed that evening. So I fast forward to the end of the day, and maybe someone asked me how my day was, and I said, today was amazing.
Gabby Bernstein, a role model for spiritual seekers. So one thing is that as a result of having ADHD, which has been a gift for me, which has like allowed me in many ways to just do many, many things at once, do things extremely fast at times. And when I have focus on something I care about, I focus hardcore. But I can move fast. So I could have like Slack up, I could have my Google Drive, I could be writing my book while responding to my publicist, while thinking of a marketing idea, while texting back to you. And I just can only imagine that all that multitasking, while for many years I thought was a superpower, might be really detrimental to my brain. Is that correct?
Yeah, we can unpack that, as multitasking is very difficult. Women do it better than men do. You have a left brain and a right brain, and you have this split between called the corpus callosum, and women have a thicker corpus callosum, which some people believe, researchers believe, that's what makes them even more intuitive, because the communication between left and right, that logic and the creative. Multitasking, the challenge with multitasking are threefold. Number one, when research in multitaskers, we see that people actually lose time, because sometimes it could take, when you're going from one task to another, it could take anywhere from 5 or 10 minutes to regain your focus. Number two, when we multitask, we're more likely to make mistakes. And I speak to a lot of medical professionals, and we know surgeons who try to multitask during surgery and operations, they'll make more errors. It's kind of like driving and texting.
Yeah.
We're not going to do either one really well. So we can't really do two cognitive activities at once.
Yeah.
And then the third thing, if that's not a reason just to monotask, focus on one thing at a time, besides losing time and making mistakes, it uses up a lot of energy.
Yep.
I don't know if you feel that.
I do. I'm like by noon, I'm just tanked. I need my deep meditation for at least an hour.
To rejuvenate and recovery. Yeah, when you have too many tabs open, you use... So when you're focused on a task like Slack or whatever, a certain part of your brain is lit up, like a cognitive web. But in order to switch from that to have a conversation with somebody or write, you have to light up a different part of your brain. Kind of makes sense. But it takes energy. So it takes a lot of brain glucose. And so sometimes people have too many tabs open, and it uses, they need to refuel. Certainly.
So one solution is obviously close some tabs down. I have my chief of staff who I work with, particularly in the mornings from like 8 to 11 or 12, because she's in the UK and we worked together for decades. We have a lot of undoing to do because we've done so much multitasking together, but we actually never get things done to the level that we want. We get a lot done, but we have a lot of redoing. Because we're moving. I'm going to make Jessica listen to this whole episode. So would you recommend, like, let's say you have 2 hours. Right. Would you structure like the 5 most important things, or like what's a tip there?
So one of the things that really hinders our productivity is just lack of focus. And one of the challenges is how you start your day is it indicates like how you're going to spend the rest of the day. You know, you're creating this kind of momentum. And unfortunately, a lot of people, what they do first thing in the morning is grab their device. And the challenge is, you know this, when you wake up, you probably the most relaxed you're going to be when you first wake up. In this relaxed state of awareness, you're very suggestible. And if the first thing you do is pick up your phone, the challenge is you wire your brain for distraction.
That's right.
Because every ring, ping, ding, app notification, social media alerts, this dopamine flood of more and motivation. And you're exercising distraction muscles first thing, and you wonder why you can't focus in a meeting, right? Or with your family, or when you need to be on a Zoom and you need to be present. But the second thing you do is you not only wire your brain for distraction, you wire your brain for reaction, which is almost as detrimental to your productivity and your peace of mind. Meaning, you could wake up and check your messages, and one social media message, voicemail message, email, whatever, could hijack your mood for hours and put you fighting fires. Our mutual friend, Brendan Burchard, has this saying that your inbox is nothing but a convenient organizational system for other people's agenda for your life.
Yeah.
All right, so it puts you in the reactive and on the defense as opposed to proactively. So to answer your question, instead of touching my phone, what I'll do is I'll do this thought experiment while I'll stay in bed, and I'll just for 2 minutes imagine I'm coming back to bed that evening. So I fast forward to the end of the day, and maybe someone asked me how my day was, and I said, today was amazing. Totally crushed it today.
Yep.
And then I asked myself, what had to happen in order for me to feel that way? Right? Because like in sports, I'm not a big sports person, but when you celebrate because the scoreboard tells you. But we don't have that scoreboard for our day,
Yeah.
right? So I think about 3 things personally and 3 things professionally. And those 6 things really are my focus for that day.
Love that.
And I think it's not just about time management, it's about mind management. It's about priority management. Because the most important thing is to keep the most important things the most important things.
Yeah. If you like this video and you want to get more Gabby, check out the next one right over here.